Are you a student who has always wanted to go to college but is worried about tuition, about financial aid, about going into debt, and have concerns with money? If you are, please keep watching because this is the video for you. So I have a quick announcement. I've been getting requests to post videos in Spanish since I am a native Spanish speaker, and I will be starting that this week. Every Tuesday I will be posting videos in English such as this one, and every Thursday I will be posting videos in Spanish. So if you're interested, please make sure to check them out. Hey guys, I'm Nancy. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we're going to talk about scholarship. Today I'm going to answer what a scholarship is, the best places to look for one, and kind of your options. So all the information that I'm going to talk about today is based off my personal experience. So basically what I'm trying to say is if I can do it, so can you. Okay, so please stay tuned. I will be making a second part to this video, which will be coming out next Tuesday, and it'll be the do's and don'ts of scholarship applications and the way that you can get prepared to be a competitive applicant. So please make sure you have your notifications on and you're subscribed to my channel to be one of the first people to watch that video. Okay, so the first thing is, what is a scholarship? A scholarship is an award that a student gets for them to use towards their education. Scholarships can vary from different award quantities. For example, a scholarship could be $1,000 or it could be up to $40,000 or even more. It could cover your whole tuition or your whole college experience, or it can help you with a good amount of college money. Even if it doesn't cover as much, something is something, and you should always be thankful for that. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about is where to find scholarships. So one of your best resources can actually be your high school. A lot of high schools have a website where they post a lot of different scholarships. And most of these scholarships that are going to be on that website are most likely going to be from your county or around your city. So these are going to be local. Sometimes those are even better because there aren't going to be as many applicants. Most of them are going to be from around your school, if not from your school. So you have a better chance of standing out or a better chance of getting the scholarship. I highly recommend you look at those scholarships on your high school webpage, and if you're unsure of where it is or if your school even has one, I recommend you reach out to your counselor and ask. So another place you can look for scholarships is by searching them up. And you want to be really careful with this because you don't want to just search up scholarships because you're going to get a lot of different options, and a lot of them are just going to be kind of random ones. But something that might be more helpful and might make your application stand out more is if you look for scholarships that are kind of in the range of things that connect to you. What do I mean by this? I mean, look for things that are unique to you, that there are scholarships out there that make that a requirement or are kind of around that. For example, I am Hispanic. There's a good amount of scholarships out there that are made for Hispanic students. So those scholarships are definitely ones that I would want to apply because it narrows down the applicant size as well as it's more specific to me. Another thing you can do is if you're a baseball player, you can search that up. So you would search up scholarships for baseball players, or you can even search up your city to see if they have any scholarships for baseball players in your city. There's a lot of different scholarships out there. There's a lot of public pages that are just meant for scholarships, and they have a ton of scholarships. But you want to be careful with those because the more smaller the applicant size or the more specific it is, better chance that you are able to get it. Because if it's like a national scholarship and it only accepts a certain amount of people, everyone's gonna apply to it, especially if it's one that does not require an essay or anything like that. So many people are gonna be applying, and if that happens, your chances of getting it kind of go down a little bit because you really have to stand out over all those people, and sometimes that can be very difficult. So I highly recommend you look at the scholarships that are within your city or within your county first before looking at outside scholarships. I would focus on those a little bit more. I never want to discourage anyone to look at other types of scholarships, but I highly recommend you look at the ones around you first. Another thing I do want to mention is eligibility and requirements. So scholarships have eligibility, which basically means that they're looking for specific things the applicant has to have for them to be considered for the scholarship, for example, and it can vary. Some scholarships require you to have certain amount of income in your household. Other scholarships require you to be Hispanic. Other scholarships require to be at your local school or be living within a specific city. So the requirements are different, and the first thing you should do when opening up a scholarship you're interested in is look at the eligibility. Because if you don't even qualify for being considered for the scholarship, why spend more time looking at it when you aren't even going to apply? So that's the first thing I would look at, is the eligibility. And if you fit all the criteria, then go ahead and apply and start gathering your information. Another thing I want to mention that is very important, you have to make sure that the scholarship is legit. So what I mean by this is that there are a lot of bad people out there who know college students are looking for scholarships, and they may make a fake scholarship page or something like that. And usually those will ask for money ahead of time. So they will be like, to be considered for the scholarship, you have to have a deposit of $100 or $50. But scholarships don't work like that. Scholarships give you an award of money. They don't ask for you to give them money. So you really have to be careful, make sure they're legit. If you have any questions or if you have any concerns about any of the scholarships, I recommend you reach out to someone you trust. I highly recommend you reach out to your school counselor, because they might look into it a little bit more and kind of help you to see if it's legit. When I was in high school, I did reach out to some of my teachers just to ask them, do you think this is legit? Or I'm thinking of applying to this. Do you think it's a good idea? And they would give me their opinion and their advice. So that was very, very helpful. Reach out to those connections. The other thing is to be realistic. And what I mean by that is you want to apply to scholarships that you know you can get, but not know in the sense that you know you're gonna get it, meaning that you know you are able to get. And by no means I am saying don't apply to ones that seem very, very unlikely to achieve, because you always want to strive to do better and to challenge yourself and things like that. But you want to be realistic. If you're applying for a scholarship that's all over the US and they only accept like 50 people, personally I would really look into eligibility, the time I would be spending on this scholarship application, and I would ask myself, is it worth it? Because if it's not worth it, I can be spending that time and energy on a different scholarship that is most likely going to consider me, because it's a smaller group of people that are going to be applying. So that's just something you want to keep in mind when you're searching for your scholarship. Another place that you can look for scholarships is if you've already applied to a college and was accepted. I highly recommend that you look into their webpage and you look for their scholarship sections. A lot of colleges, especially private colleges, have scholarships available for their students that they can apply to. So if you are going to a specific college, look at their website and see what scholarships they offer, because that also narrows down for the students. Most of the time, only students from that specific school can apply to them. So like I said, narrows down the options of applicants. So you might be having a higher chance to getting that scholarship. The thing I want to mention is have a positive mindset. So you might be wondering, what do you mean by a positive mindset? So what I mean by a positive mindset is that you have to know that you might not receive all the scholarships you apply for. And you have to be aware and think in a positive way that that scholarship that you did not get is going to go to someone else's education, is going to help someone else get closer to their goal, and is going to help that person in a positive way. So even if you didn't get it, someone else is getting it for the similar reason. So I consider it a win-win. You know, I didn't get it, but someone else did. And I personally think everything happens for a reason. That's the type of positive mindset that I'm kind of talking about, because it can be stressful when you apply and you put all your time and you put all your effort into one specific scholarship and you don't get it, okay? It can be really, really hard. Trust me, I learned the hard way. But after that, I learned that everything happens for a reason and there's going to be opportunities for everyone, okay? And you gain skills from applying to that, because you have to think critically about the essays. You have to, kind of organize everything, and it really is a learning experience. My biggest piece of advice is do not give up, okay? There's enough scholarships for everyone, and even if you don't get the first few, don't give up, because trust me, if you put the time and if you put the effort to your applications, you will get some scholarships, okay? In the next part of my video, I am going to talk about the do's and don'ts about a scholarship application, some tips that I have from my personal experience when applying for scholarship, and I'm also going to talk more about like eligibility and kind of how to read a scholarship application and things you can do to prepare yourself to make you a stronger applicant, because that will make you stand out and your odds of getting the scholarship will be going up higher if you're a stronger applicant. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions or concerns or just want to stop by to say hi, feel free to leave that down in the comments or send me a DM on my Instagram, which is down below as well. And I am here to help people. I am really open to helping anyone who needs it. So please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have a specific question. So I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much for your support. If you have any ideas or recommendations on any other videos you'd like me to do or talk about, feel free to leave your ideas down in the comments, because I will be responding to all of you. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video next Tuesday. That will be the part 2 of scholarships. So yeah, so if you're interested, please stay tuned.